Hi everyone! I'm very excited to give you a sneak peek into Marc Jacobs' brand new makeup line. This will be released at Sephora stores and online. It comes out in August, so you won't be able to purchase these items for another few weeks, but there was a very limited edition release, and so I will show you the items that were included in that release. Of course, I'm not going to show you every single item that will be in the entire Marc Jacobs makeup line because that would take forever, but I will show you the key items that were in the sneak peek. I will also have reviews for these on AlureBeauty.com, which will include more in-depth information about the quality of each item, as well as photographs of swatches for the colors. Alright, let's take a look at this new beauty line. I'm going to be showing you two of the Marc Jacobs Style Icon eyeshadow palettes. These retail for $59 each, and they each contain 7 eyeshadow colors. So it comes in this black, reflective, long, thin compact here, and the first one I'm going to show you is going to be in the set called the Tease. And you can tell immediately that the packaging is very luxurious. Push open this button to open the compact. Initially the shadows are protected by this covering here, and the compact does include a full-sized mirror. Here are the colors for this set, and unfortunately it looks like these colors don't have individual names to them, but I will just show you slowly. So here's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's the first shade. It's a slightly metallic plum purple. I'm gonna deepen up the color with a second layer. Second is a slate purple, or more gray-based purple shade with a matte finish. Third is a very pale, creamy pink color. On my skin it looks more like an off-white. It's really hard to detect the pink tone to it. Fourth is this slightly peachy cream color, and it has a subtle sheen finish to it. Fifth is this frosty pale pink, and the frost finish flashes silver. Sixth is a bright purple fuchsia, and it has purple shimmer in the pan, but those don't really show up on the skin. And seventh is a deep purple with lighter purple shimmer particles. Alright, so here are all 7 colors. They have pretty good formula. A couple of them you might want to just add a little more color with a second layer, but overall they're pretty creamy and they have nice pigmentation to them. The second color set is called the Starlet. So here are the shades, 1 through 7. The first color is this minky brown. It has a hint of grayish purple to it and a slightly frosty finish. 2 is this nude champagne color, again with a frosty finish. The glitter particles are a little larger in this color. Third is a milk chocolate brown with a slightly lighter sheen on the surface. 4 is this frosty copper color. 5th is this old gold or vintage gold shade. 6th is this gray-based silver. And 7th is a smoky gray. Alright, so here are the 7 colors from the Starlet palette. I really like the formula for all of these. They all go on very smoothly and have great pigmentation. So now here are a couple of the Style Icon number 3s. So as the title probably suggests, these will contain 3 eyeshadows, whereas the Style Icon number 7s contained 7 eyeshadows. And like with the palettes we just saw, these also come in this material bag, I guess you would call them, with a snap closure. So again, similar packaging, and the trios actually come with a sponge tip applicator. And once again, you get the plastic covering that initially protects the shadows, and you get a full-sized mirror. The first trio we'll look at is called the Mod. And once again, unfortunately, these don't have their own individual names, they're just numbered. So here's shade 1, 2, and 3. The first color is an off-white, the very subtle sheen finish. Second is a midnight black with silver glitter particles. And third is a grade silver. Again, great formula and pigmentation for these 3 colors. Next we'll look at the Glam, and here are the 3 colors that come in this trio. So shade 1 is a yellow-based nude. It's extremely buttery and opaque on the skin. Second is a brown shade with a sheen finish. Very similar to the chocolate brown that we saw in the 7 pan palette before. And third is a copper shade. Again, very similar to the color we already saw in the 7 pan palette. But once again, the formula is great and pigmentation is very high quality also. Here's the packaging for Marc Jacobs lip glosses, and they're called Lust for Lacquers. So they come in these sort of flattened oval shaped tubes with twist off caps and a pinched doe foot applicator. The lip glosses cost $28 each, and I forgot to mention that the eyeshadow trios cost $42 each. So here are the 5 shades that we'll be looking at. Here is Overprotected, Heart Shaped, Kissability, Lust for Life, and Studded Kiss. Here's Overprotected, which is a creamy, slightly milky baby pink color. It's very yellow based. Here's Heart Shaped, which is this bright pink color, and it has gold shimmer particles in it. So comparatively, this first color looks much more purple. Here's Kissability, which is a deeper, sort of dusty or slightly mauvey rose color. This also has gold shimmer particles in it. They're very tiny, so kind of hard to detect. Here's Lust for Life, which is a red color, again with gold shimmer particles. It's more berry toned. It looks very deep brick red in the tube, but it comes off brighter and lighter on the skin. And Studded Kiss is a purple or a sort of magenta color. And again, in the tube it seems to have a duochrome, but you can't really detect that on the skin. Alright, so there you have a good selection of Marc Jacobs' upcoming makeup line, which will be sold at Sephora. You can see the description box for details on where you can buy these products. Overall, I am very impressed. I think the eyeshadow formula is very good quality in these palettes, and the lip glosses, I tested them briefly on the lips. They do have a tingling sensation, so if you're really sensitive to that, you should avoid these lip glosses, but they are not sticky at all. They have nice coloration to them. And so overall, I like this line. Now, of course, it is very expensive. I guess not the most expensive makeup line out there, but that should be expected given that it is a Marc Jacobs directed line. So the prices will be higher than a lot of the brands that you typically see at Sephora. Alright, as always, if you want to go to lauriebeauty.com for photographs and more in-depth reviews, those will be coming up soon. I hope you enjoyed taking a sneak peek into this collection, and let me know if you end up buying any of these and what you think of this new line. Alright, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I'll see you in the next one.